Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another video, and we're looking at another genre. So following on from the last video, today I want to look at house. Now the house genre has very many subdivisions within it. You've got tech house, classic house, progressive house, electro house, vocal house, minimal house, deep house. It would be crazy for me to try and cover all of those genres in one video. So I'm going to be looking at just one today, and that's going to be melodic house. I've got a track that I'm working on, so it fits in really well. I can demonstrate what I've got going on in there and how I came back with those beats. But let's just have a little bit of a history about house music. It started back in the 80s out in Chicago, made by music producers who were programming beats using drum machines. But now the way technology is, we can play those beats, musicians, and more DJs now, artists and people going to concerts, they want to see musicians playing it instead of just the DJs spinning the records, you know? So it's a really exciting time, I think, within electronic music, because I see more and more people are beginning to embrace and want to learn these styles and also play them. The same as they probably did with the rock and roll and jazz back in the day. With the kits, with the technology that's out there, it can all be done. So what is house music? When it comes to the rhythm side of it, as a drummer, where do you go? Well, first of all, it's the tempo, which is anywhere from 120 up to about 130. Sometimes it does drop a little bit below that, but that's roughly around it. It's very hard to pinpoint exactly what a house tempo is. It's mainly 4 on the floor though. That kick drum is just playing straight 4s all the way through. And similar to other electronic dance music, they drop the kick drum out. It's really important. The kick drum comes in and out for turnarounds and stuff. So if you're playing, you'll drop it out for a bar just before it goes into the next section, for instance, or it'll drop out for just one beat. It's a feel thing. You get a feel for when to drop that in and out. The more you work with electronic tracks, the more you realize that the sound is so important. With house, with the track I'm using today, the kick has got to be really tight and really punchy. There's also toms going on. House music, they love to have these other rhythms that are happening along with the kick drum. The snare's quite tight as well, and the hats, there's not that many crashes either. Crashes are normally ride cymbals with loads of delays on them. And there's big drop sounds and reverse cymbals once again, as there are with a lot of electronic music, a lot of dance music. Let me show you what's going on. These sounds I've got in my module. They're samples that I've made, they're sounds that I've made, and samples that I've cut up and used, and I might have put some other stuff on there as well, just to make the sound a little bit fatter for what I need. It's all coming from the module, none of it's coming from Ableton, all the sounds coming from the kit. You can get it going on within Ableton or any DAW, it doesn't have to be Ableton. You can use Cubase, Logic, Fruity Loops, Nuendo, whatever you want to use, you can get it going on, as long as it's MIDIable, as long as you can get your drum kit rigged up to it, you can get these sounds or any sounds going and playing depending on the software you're using. So on the kick drum, I've got this really lovely tight kick drum. I love that kick drum. It's got that punch to it. It's got a really good punch on there. Then the snare, as I said, it's really tight. It's a sample that I've just cut up, and I've layered it with a few other noises as well. When I made it, the hat, when my foot's down, it's really tight. It's like a hat and a shaker on there. And then when my foot's off, it's open. And when I put my foot down, it's the same sound. So I can just play it with my foot, which is really nice. And then it's the tom, which is happening over here. The ride cymbal, that's all it is, that's the crash. I've got it over here as well. Then I've got a big bass drop on this tom. And then on this tom here, there's like a reverse boom. And here is the cymbal swell. So again, house, it's 4 on the floor. You get that 4 beats going, and you have the hat on the up, And again, if you take your foot off, you've got that different sound. But then you have this tom. And that's just a typical kind of house beat. It's nothing too complicated. It's very simple, but you just got to keep that going. You've got to hold that groove. You've got to be in the pocket, as they say. You just got to hold it and just keep going and drop things in and out. So there you go. That's a little bit of house. Very simple, I know, but the sounds are so important, and keeping that rhythm simple, playing those parts, is what's so important. You can add stuff if you want to put more stuff in the sequence, for instance, if you want to play more stuff as well. Obviously you can, but it's really important that it's just a really simple, basic groove, but it just keeps going. When you're playing an acoustic kit, people will say you're in the pocket. It's the same with house, with electronic music as well. Playing electronic stuff, you still got to be in the pocket. You've got to hold that groove down. So important. So with all that, that's it. That's a little look at the house genre. There's going to be loads more, as I said, loads more on house, other styles. Keep coming back, keep checking out more genres. If you've got any questions, if you've got any ideas as well, don't forget, start chatting with other people, chatting with myself. Yeah, let's get a conversation going. If you struggled at all, don't forget, get hold of The Art of E-Drumming. It's the book that will show you how to do all this stuff and so many more things. If you're struggling on wondering what MIDI is and how you can get those sounds going on, you're getting confused with sensitivities and thresholds, all the rest of it, it's all in the book. There's loads more stuff over on YouTube. If you want to go over there and check out other videos, other genres, I'm adding more each week. Obviously on Facebook as well. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Have a great time, whatever you're up to. Enjoy it, keep playing, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Catch you later. Bye-bye.